You are listening to Metal Verbalizers, and I am Johan, and today I will verbalize the band Rawfoil. Rawfoil is a thrash metal band from Italy, and was founded in 2009. The band is aiming to play a very old school style thrash, and they actually started by doing covers of bands such as Metallica, Megadeth, and Exodus. So basically, like really classic old school stuff, basically. And they seem to have been very active on the live stage the recent years and so. And they have actually shared stages with bands like Necrodeath, Warbringer, Heathen, Nervosa, etc. So pretty serious, well-known bands, basically. And the band has released a few demos before releasing their debut full-length in 2018. And something that I noticed when I was reading up on this band and checked on some information is that they seem to have been through quite a few lineup changes over the years, and basically, anyway, the full length that they released in 2018 resulted in a lot of good reviews for Rawfoil, both in Italy, within their country, but also internationally, on the international underground scene. Which I would assume also resulted in them starting the recording of their next release very soon after that. And in the year 2020, which was 2 years later, after they released their debut full length, they released an EP, which was titled Tales from the Four Towers. I believe also, based on what I've read about the band, that kind of when they released this EP in 2020, that was kind of when Rawfoil really was kind of starting getting more exposure outside of Italy, within the underground and the underground scene, and kind of spreading to a more international audience, so to speak. And also something pretty nice and pretty interesting in my opinion is that during the COVID pandemic, they also decided to record a single with a custom cover of Iron Maiden's song Prowler, as kind of a tribute to Iron Maiden, because I'm sure that Rawfoil is quite the big fans of Iron Maiden. And you know, it's kind of like Iron Maiden is this kind of band that I believe most metalheads probably like. I know that there are some people that might not like them for some reason, but you know, I think those are more exceptions than the other way around, so to speak. But anyway, the picture on the single by Rawfoil is quite nice, and I really like the kind of idea behind that. And it's a pretty obvious reference to Iron Maiden's single Sanctuary. It is pretty obvious that they kind of like make a little nod towards that, because they have the kind of same picture with the kind of like yellow tint that Iron Maiden used on those early records. Or I believe it was perhaps mainly that like yellow tint things was mainly on Iron Maiden's singles that they released very early on, but I might be wrong on that, so don't quote me on that. But anyway, I have listened to Rawfoil's cover of Prowler, and it's really good in my opinion. As a fan of Iron Maiden, I really like that tribute, and I think that you should absolutely check it out. And something else that is quite interesting with Rawfoil is that the band is allegedly working on their coming record right now as I'm talking. And something that Rawfoil told me when I was in contact with them before recording this episode is that on this coming album they want to kind of introduce a little more stuff from genres such as death metal, a little bit of prog, and a lot of classic heavy metal elements into their sound. But they also was pretty clear on the fact that they do not want to go away from the blast and attitude of thrash metal. That thrash metal will stay there, and it will be thrash, but they will also get a lot of influence and elements from the previously mentioned genres, such as death prog and more classic heavy metal stuff. They also seem to explain and describe the lyrical concepts on this coming album as being a lot about things like feelings, personal situation, and malice, and you know, stuff like that basically. So that is something that I think sounds really interesting and could definitely be very promising. And something else that was very interesting when I was in contact with them was that they mentioned that one of the songs on the upcoming album will allegedly be about a movie. I don't know what movie they were referring to, or what this song is going to be about, but that was something that really caught my attention right away, and definitely made me interested in hearing and finding out what movie the song is going to be about. So that's definitely something cool and something to definitely keep your eyes on. And something else that the band told me was that they are working on a new cover. And I don't know, maybe it will be something similar to the cover that they made as a single, like Prowler by Iron Maiden. Maybe it will be something similar like that, as kind of a like standalone single, or if it will be on the coming album. I'm not entirely sure about that, but they definitely mentioned that they are planning a new cover. And something that really caught my attention with that was that they plan on doing a cover of a song from another genre than metal. They kind of want to do something else than that, it seems like. And they seem to be pretty vague about that, and the way I understood that was that it wasn't exactly confirmed. So I guess you can kind of do what you want with that information. So I don't know if it is a certainty, but they did mention it, however. Something else regarding the future plans of Rawfoil as a band is that they mentioned a little bit that they plan on evolving their live shows. And they kind of were mentioning things like they wanted to add stage effects and like background and other things like that, basically. And the way that I understand that, based on what they wrote to me, is that they want to kind of do things like that to, you know, basically evolve the band and to kind of appear more unique and not just appearing as any other underground band, to really do something to stick out and really do something interesting, to really appear unique, which I think is very commendable and a very, very nice and cool mindset within the underground. But with that, I think it is time to wrap things up. And well, basically, I appreciate you listening, and If you like this episode, make sure to follow us on Verbalizers, and we will make sure to give you more tips like this. And if this episode results in you checking this band out, then please tag us and let them know that we sent you there. We would appreciate that a lot, and well, basically, we will be back to you soon with another verbalization.